Tonight on CTV,
ASCSU senators propose a bill to promote water sustainability.
Then Fort Collins Councilmember Ray Martinez holds a listening session for the public.
And Slice reaches out to the CSU student body.
All that and more, starting now on CTV. It's a neo-Nazi group that not only shook the CSU campus this week, but prompted President Tony Frank to speak out. Good evening and welcome to CTV News. I'm Amelia Castaneda.
And I'm Sunday Miller. Here's what's happening in the news near you. Earlier today, President Tony Frank sent out a mass email to CSU addressing anti-immigration flyers found around campus this week. The flyers were attributed to the Traditionalist Workers' Party, a controversial white nationalist group. Frank said that while he does support free speech on campus, he wanted to make it clear that the university itself does not condone this, quote, insidious beliefs. In the email, Frank said, "Let me keep this simple. A Nazi is a Nazi is a Nazi, and the members of the Traditionalist Worker Party are unapologetic Nazis who advocate murdering all those who don't align with their worldview." President Frank also mentioned there are confidential resources on campus for those experiencing harassment or threats, including the new bias reporting system, which you can find at supportandsafety.colostate.edu.
A listening session with Fort Collins City Council member Ray Martinez took place on Wednesday evening.
The CSU is bringing a couple controversial speakers here over next week. Does that place a burden on Fort Collins Police Department?
Councilmember Ray Martinez met with community members at a coffee shop to discuss city concerns, including some topics related to CSU.
It's reaching out to the community so they can meet you in their neighborhoods and to talk to you at their. Maybe a better way of saying it is that it's a way for them to share their concerns without feeling intimidated by being in the council chamber.
Discussion topics revolved on city solar operations, of which Fred Kirsch, director of the Community for Sustainable Energy, presented Martinez with a stack of letters from community members supporting the proposed change in city solar operations.
Long term, because if half the population has solar panels on the roof and the other half of them is paying a retail rate for it, there's just not enough money to do that.
Broadband was also discussed, and according to Martinez, they are looking to an investment of close to $150 million.
It's relevant to have those as part of the development fees, the expansion of the project.
Lockers for the homeless community was also discussed, and according to Martinez, has already been placed on the City Council's agenda.
Take notes and then I follow up, and the next meeting I'll bring back some of that information to them. Or if they want me to get back with their email, I'll get their email and just write back to them.
For more information on these community listening sessions, visit fcgov.com.
More than $20,000 could be allocated to campus water fountain upgrades in older buildings like Clark. ASCSU Senators Kevin Sullivan and Tristan Siren introduced a bill addressing water bottle refill stations that aims to promote sustainability and reduce health hazards. During the Senate meeting last night, senators questioned the need for the upgrades, as well as why a quarter of the Senate discretionary fund was being requested for the bill.
CSU, this would be really cool if we had these in the park, and I looked at him and I said, I'll do it.
Eventually, the bill was sent to committee for revision and will be reintroduced at a future meeting.
Those who were able and willing to get up early Wednesday morning were treated to this rare super blue blood moon. This rare astrological event occurs when a supermoon, blue moon, and lunar eclipse happen all at the same time. The next lunar eclipse will be January 2019, and while it will also be a supermoon, it will not be a blue moon.
Yesterday, the Spring Involvement Expo was held in the Laurie Student Center to highlight the importance of community engagement.
SLICE stands for Student Leadership Involvement and Community Engagement. And really what that is, it's an overarching umbrella organization that looks to provide numerous opportunities for students to get involved.
There are more than 400 student organizations at CSU, ranging from academic and pre-professional to social and recreational. SLICE offers involvement advising sessions to connect students with opportunities both on and off campus.
So the Involvement Expo really is an opportunity for students to show up for one day, look at and meet with organizations that exist here at CSU.
It really connects you to the community of CSU, and it really helps you get to know people, get out of your comfort zone, explore new topic areas and new issue areas, and just helps you explore what you're passionate about.
I definitely think it's important because civic engagement is really becoming the cornerstone of local communities now.
I think it's important because there's a lot more to being in college or being a student than just going to class.
I think you should totally get involved in your community because it creates like a sense of like place and purpose in your life.
It's an opportunity to meet with people in person, and so we like to provide environments in which students can actually get to know members and officers of these organizations that they might be interested in.
The Involvement Expo is awesome, giving everyone a chance to show their true colors, really show what all of their clubs and organizations are about. It really provides a great opportunity for everyone.
This year's Spring Expo had 30 additional student organizations who participated. Involvement Expos are held twice a year in the fall and spring semesters.
If you're interested in getting involved, don't know where to start, definitely stop by the SLICE office located in the Lorry Student Center, room 210.
For more information on ways to get involved, visit dosomething.colostate.edu. Speaking of, Amelia, how are you planning on getting involved this semester?
You know, Sunday, I definitely feel like I have a lot on my plate this semester, but I really do appreciate SLICE for creating these type of events where organizations can showcase themselves. What about you?
Definitely. Well, personally, I've been eyeing the rock climbing team and the photography club, so we'll see how that goes. Well, Rams, thank you for spending part of your evening with us.
Stay tuned for weather with Keenan Kozar, who will tell us whether the snow we saw today is here to stay.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back from break, Rams. I'm a weather anchor, Keenan Kozar. Kind of a chilly and snowy kind of day here in Fort Collins, but it's soon to warm up.
Go back to current. Can you just say something? Talk.
It's going to be 49 is your high. Down the I-25 corridor, it's going to be in the 50s. On the plains, it's going to be 57, and in Burlington, it's going to be 51. Your ski resort of the week is going to be Breckenridge Ski Resort. They have 41 inches of snow on their base. All their lifts are open, and
You're good, man. Talk about weather.
Okay, for your 5-day forecast, it's soon to warm up. Saturday is going to be 50 with some intervals of clouds and all that. Sunday, some AM snow showers, 41 is your high. Clouds come back on Monday at 54 with 30 as your low. And Tuesday, clouds hanging around, 51 is your high. Tomorrow's forecast is going to be 49, partly cloudy, winds calm at 6 miles an hour, sunrise at 7:09 a.m., and sunset is at 5:20 p.m. That's all I have for you for the world of weather. Stay tuned for Jared up next with sports.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. big time.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The Thursday Night Sports Show. I'm Jared Stratton, here to catch you up on CSU sports. The CSU men's basketball team faced Wyoming yesterday in the famous border war. The game was an absolute nail-biter. The game ended the regulation tied up at 72. During the first overtime, neither team could get ahead by more than 2 points with 6 lead changes. Somehow, after all that chaos, the game was still tied. During the second overtime, Wyoming barely squeaked by with a win, winning 86-91. This is the Rams' 5th loss in a row, putting them in the 9th seed for the Mountain West Conference. Forward Deion James stepped up yesterday with 24 points and 14 rebounds, leading the team in both categories. He also led the team in assists with 5. Deion James will be in the spotlight for CSU's next game this Saturday at 6 p.m. The game will also be CSU's annual whiteout game, so make sure to tune in. The men's basketball team is continuing to struggle, but could the real problem be from off the court? Head coach Larry Eustace is now undergoing climate assessment, or in other words, investigation. The athletic directors will be meeting with various players and staff from the program. This isn't the first time that Eustace has been under investigation by CSU regarding his coaching. According to athletic director at the time, Jack Graham, Eustace created a culture of fear and intimidation and emotionally abused his players during the 2013-2014 season. There's been no official word about what the current investigation is for, and no public comments will be made until after the process is finished. For now, all we can do is wait and see what happens. In other news, the women's basketball team is winning game after game. They won last Saturday against the New Mexican Lobos in overtime, and yesterday against the Wyoming Cowgirls. Hannah Taverdi tallied up 25 points and put up 8 boards in the contest. She led the team in points over the last 3 games, putting CSU at 4th in the Mountain West Conference, right behind Boise State. Hannah Taverdi and the Rams will look to keep their winning streak against Nevada this Saturday at 3 p.m. Nevada will also be looking to snap their 2-game losing streak. That's all the sports I have for today, but make sure to check collegian.com and CTV 11 on YouTube for the newest news in CSU athletics. I'm Jared Stratton, and up next is Ryan Chris with entertainment.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
What's up, Rams? It's your real favorite entertainment anchor, Ryan Chris, back in another fantastic Thursday. And like weather anchor Keenan Kozarn said, it's cold and slick out there, so don't be like me and wear Vans, because you'll have no traction and you'll be slipping around campus all day. Have you ever thought about switching neighbors, maybe doing something a little more creative? Have you ever felt like that your legs were born to boogie? If so, then the CSU dance team has the event for you. On Friday, you can spend the whole day with the CSU dance team. Faculty, and even at the end of the day, audition to get into the dance program. Along with all this great dance, students and faculty will take you on a tour of the UCA to show you around. Whether you've been looking for a new major or you're undeclared, this is the day for you. Registration is required at dance.colorstate.edu. Now, I love pretty much everything at the UCA, but there's one thing for sure: I will not be there because these legs were meant to do one thing, and that's pretty much walk. The saying, "every second counts," could not apply more to the contestants at this competition.
3, 2, 1, go!
To most people, video games are just a pastime or something you do every once in a while. But to this group of gamers, it's a competition, and they came to win. This competition is known as Battery Basement 9, where 200 people came out to compete. This is one of the largest tournaments in Colorado and is right here at CSU.
Battery Basement is a Super Smash Brothers event. It's a tournament, basically. It has tournaments for Super Smash Bros. Melee, the one on the GameCube, the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, the most recent release, and then we also have singles events for Super Smash Bros. 64, the one on the Nintendo 64, and Project M, which is a mod of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But yeah, those are the 4 main singles events that we run, and we also run doubles events, 2v2 events for Melee and Smash 4, Smash 4 Wii U. And yeah, we're basically a community of people who just play Super Smash Bros. Competitively. So,
now this game may look easy, but I assure you it's harder than you think.
We're playing against high-level players in doubles is really interesting because it's not, you have to play very differently from singles. You really need to have both players playing as a cohesive team, you know, blocking off space together and comboing together and edge guarding together and stuff like that.
While anyone was allowed to play, this was for no amateurs. The number 2 player from Colorado was here, and the number 1 player from Japan also came out.
I assume he's projected to win?
もう優勝候補ですよね。
今日ですか？
今日ですか？
絶対優勝。
Yeah, he has not a doubt in his mind that he's going to win today.
What is it like being number 1?
日本一はどんな気分なんですか？どんな印象なんですか？
やっぱね、いい気分なんだけど、世界と日本に差があるから、やっぱりね、満足いかない、全然。
So it is a good feeling to be number 1 in Japan, but there is a huge skill gap between Japan and the world as a whole. So he's definitely not satisfied. He definitely wants to push himself further than he is right now.
Battery Basement 9 is an annual event, so if you missed it, don't worry, because it'll be back next year. One big convention filled with nerds, costumes, and actors will be held to Denver this summer, and February is your last month to buy early bird reduced price tickets. Now, I'm pretty nerdy, but I've never been to Comic-Con for reasons I don't even remember. But I know I'll definitely be going this year. They already have a huge line of stars that they will slowly continue to announce. Some of the most notable are Bonnie Wright, aka Ginny from Harry Potter, Gan Marasmo, and Noah Strapp, which are Dustin and Will from Stranger Things. And my personal favorite that they announced yesterday was Matt Smith, who is the 11th Doctor from Doctor Who, and he played Prince Philip from The Crown. When I saw that all these stars were going, I was nerding out. I cannot wait, but of course I'll have to, since Denver Comic-Con isn't until June 15th. But in the meantime, I can still order my tickets and get ready to nerd out this summer. If you have followed me at all, then you know I love 2 things, puppies and yoga. Reporter Isabel Roberts covered just that.
Caitlin Mueller, owner of Om Kai Yoga, teamed up with Bounce Animal Rescue to host puppy yoga for their first-year anniversary at Prost Brewery. Caitlin says classes usually sell out within about the first 5 minutes of going on sale.
These classes are super fun. It takes away from the daily stresses, and the puppies get a chance to cuddle and to socialize, and so it's a really good opportunity for them to start to connect with people. This is usually their very first social experience, so these dogs come from a high kill shelter, and they're usually about 5 weeks old. These ones were a little bit older today.
Classes are once a month, and tickets go on sale exactly 1 month before the event is set to take place.
I had a lot of fun. I just sat and played with the dog the whole time, but it was a lot of fun. It was worth it.
Puppy yoga isn't Caitlin's first experience with the furry friends.
And once it became nice outside, I did classes in the park and offered that at City Park. And then from there it grew into animal yoga. And now I do puppy yoga, kitten yoga, and goat yoga. Definitely come support the puppies. We always have a meet and greet after, so if you don't get a chance to get a ticket to class, because there's only 20 spots available to keep them small for the dogs, definitely come by and see us from 11 to 1 the day of the event, and you get a chance to hold puppies and drink beer.
For future event dates, you can go to omkaiyoga.com. For the 90 kids out there like me, I was born in '98, so it counts. We definitely remember the show Power Rangers, and one of their heroes is at CSU. The Red Ranger, also known as William Schufelt from Power Rangers Ninja Steels, came to give a speech on perseverance and success. At this speech, William talked about his history and how he made the switch from microeconomics to becoming a big hit TV actor. William's whole goal is to talk to people and give them advice on how to better themselves and achieve their goals.
Luck should not be the deciding factor for whether you go for that or not. We have no control over the outcome or whether we get lucky, but what we do have control over every single day is the amount of effort we put into the day, what direction we choose for our life, what goals we're setting for ourselves. There's a huge amount of autonomy, you know. We're not in control of everything in our life, but there is a tiny sphere of influence that we are in control of. And that's what I really want to impart. You know, no matter who you are or where you're from, there's at least something you can control. So find ways to start improving yourself within that capacity. And the things that I would most recommend: reading, goal setting, and exercise is pretty good. It makes you feel great. So those would be the main ones, yeah.
Sweet. Well, Rams, that's all the time I have for you tonight. I need to make like this snow and stop, but make sure to stay tuned for Monday Night Sports Show and have a great night, Rams.